bringer of doom for my players. Today we're going to be doing session 20 of my Shattered Lands Ivory Order. Last we left off, actually, does anyone want to do a quick little recap? What happened last?
Sure.
All right.
Lastly, we went to an island that was made up of a collection of temples that are for the various pantheons for the Shattered Lands, where we found someone that we were going to try to help us cure our friend of a little problem that he's taken on, a little addiction that he has. And while we were there, we underwent a trial that included...
I think we lost him. Oh, I lost him.
Two of us didn't, I think.
Anyone able to hear Chad?
I hear him now. He says something. Chad.
No, I can't see him or hear him all of a sudden.
Okay. Mute him. Let's see. Mute. Will it work? Oh, let me mute him. Mute him. Unmute him. I can't unmute him. Oh, because he did it himself. Anyways, all right. So, yeah, he was on the right track. Chad, we may have to figure out what happened to your mic setup there. But, yeah, so the party had gone to Island of Lioth to get their addicted friend, Sal, some aid. Also, they had two ships. One of them, Zero, was fighting to bring in. So upon arriving, they were able to meet with the mother, the kind of the head cleric of Lioth. And once there, she was able to grant them aid. However, she did request kind of them to go through a trial to see just how much help she would be willing to give them. Luckily, they were able to pass the tests and succeed in the trial, just barely, before the party was totally destroyed by this trial. And thus, she was able to give them aid. She healed Sal. She gave some potions, and she gave them a lot of information about the goings-on that they've been kind of stumbling into, and kind of encouraged them to go forward. One of the places she encouraged them to go was to the Arkosian, which is a kind of a casino island, basically. It's a large palatial estate with supporting villages that help them kind of support the goings of this resort, along with various other activities there, like some rare hunting expedition type stuff, some other sporting activities, bets, races, all sorts of things that happen at a place of ill repute. She said there they would meet someone who could help them out, who would go along the journey along with them. A pirate-like individual that they would find in the Starlight Room of the Arkosian. So we ended there with the group on the docks, waiting. Sal had been working to set up the old ship with the ballista from the new ship that they got. They had kind of told her that she had told them that there was really no way for them to get both ships up and running, that that the ship they had captured was corrupted, and that they could either put the crystal from their old ship into that ship, or if they wanted to keep the armaments, they could move some of it over. So they opted to do that, to keep the Sweet Revenge, as Flit had named it, and to kind of abandon the other ship with the clerics there, who were going to work to try to purify it. So, upon the docks, of Lioth. What are you guys doing?
Before I came out of the temple, I would have been sure to use disguise self. And since I came in as I believe, the orange furball or something like that, I would come out looking the same.
Sounds good. Yeah. The people around the docks, as the carriage kind of lets you out, see the furball creature and the others disembark just as they had before. Sal gets right to work, and after a few hours, with some help, especially because Zero's so strong right now, he's able to get the ballista mounted on the front of your ship. And the rest of you, if there was anything you wish to do before departing, you're able to do that. As soon as the task is complete, Sal is still tired, still trying to recover from the effects. I mean, he's no longer addicted, but he is now still exhausted from it. He just needs time to rest and recover. So he's able to go below and kind of set up and rest and relax. You're able to...
He needs it.
Yes. Carboni kind of like lays near his bed and just kind of like looks after him as the rest of you get about the process of leaving and moving on. Serene taking the helm of the ship, unless someone else desires to take control. We'll start guiding the ship out and away. Meanwhile, let's try this. Meanwhile, we have Theo. You're in the Arkosian. What would you be about doing?
I'd be bemoaning to Zan, the bartender. I'd recently gone out on my own, and I miss the actual work. I find myself wasting most of my time trying to find the work. It's so irritating. Get me another drink, please.
Zan would be sitting there polishing some glass that was near at hand that already sparkles, but it seems like he just kind of like, whenever he doesn't have anything to do, and he'll set the glass down and he'll pull about something. Would you like something a little more interesting today, sir, or are we sticking with the hard stuff?
The hard stuff, please.
Okay. And he kind of looks a little sad that he doesn't get to like practice his craft, but he will go and he scoops up the usual bottle and will pour you a healthy pouring into the glass you've been using already, and slides it back over. So no luck yet, as of yet?
No. Just a few leads here and there. I've been trying to figure out whether or not I'd be best suited to pick up bounties, or it's a bit odd not having a captain to tell you what to do. I'll tell you.
Yeah, I suppose. I always kind of like to have a bit of freedom, though I do have bosses as well. But yes, of course, there's always the work around here on the island, but I get it. If you're a sailor, you probably prefer to be out in the open air.
That I certainly would. He kind of looks around, kind of remembering that he feels a bit claustrophobic in surface areas like this, places on dry ground that aren't rocking and moving. Shivers a bit.
as you guys are sitting there kind of chatting back and forth, you'll notice a golden armored individual will step in to the lounge. It's kind of a contrast. I mean, it's fine plated gold with intricate like filigree and images of lions are like chiseled into it, and like a sword kind of like down his like breastplate area kind of a spot. And he walks in, golden hair, pale skin. And his eyes just kind of quickly take in the whole scene. Most people who come into this sort of an area are not like, they don't always come with full armor. They'll dress up, and this is an expensive lounge area. The drinks are far more pricey than most places. Luckily for you, because of some of the jobs you've pulled, you've been able to kind of drink here on like the bar's dime for the most part. Zan liking having you around, knowing that you'll take care of things.
Do they also offer lodging here by any chance?
Yes. So this, I mean, it's a full resort area. So
Yep.
At this point, Theo would have had his choice of either probably renting a room somewhere within the actual resort itself, or there's like some surrounding small villages where many of the people that actually work in the resort will kind of go to and have places in one of these like surrounding areas. So I'll kind of leave that up to you. I don't know what his taste would have been. The golden armored individual will look around, and only spotting maybe a couple other people in this lounge at this moment, will walk over towards you and slide into the seat. We'll look over at Zan. I'll have whatever this one's having. Zan kind of shrugs and pours him a glass and pushes it over. And then the individual will look over at you. Are you Mr. McGinnis? McGinnis?
I am. You certainly dress for the ball, aren't you?
It's part of the position I hold. Unfortunately, I rarely switch off of it. But I've been told much about you. I know you're looking for real work, and I'm not sure I offer exactly that, but I have a path, per se, if you're interested.
A path to what? I've been known to follow a few paths before. What do you have in mind?
Path back towards the light. Also, a path to perhaps wealth and fortune.
First party
Somehow
kind of thinks about flatly when you say wealth and fortune. He's like, talking my language.
Somehow, this path has seemed to bring fortune and wealth to some that otherwise would not be near there. My mistress sends me, though. She has a group that is on their way here. She believes that you, a trusty blade of yours, might be of use to them.
He tries to play his hand close to his chest, but it's hard to contain his excitement. He hasn't had a chance to exercise his skills and sort of ply his trade in a while. So yeah, he almost jumps the gun and goes, "Well, it sounds like a fair. Well, exactly what are you offering?" He pulls back. I mean, the path is nice, but in return for the sword wielding in the near future, what would be the more direct recompense?
Down to the brass tacks, if you would. Well, I was hoping you'd do it for the sake of, saving this existence, or perhaps for the chance to revitalize your family name. But if there's more, do speak. Tell me what it is that you would seek.
Well, I'd be happy with a fair cut of the goods. Whatever we take in while we're out there, I get my cut. Otherwise, room, board, food. That should do it.
I suppose. I must admit, though, I am only the messenger. The group that comes are being sent to you. So I'm hoping she didn't jump the gun, but she's usually good at reading people. They have a ship, and therein they have a place to rest and reside. They have other goods, and they seem to stumble across some sort of fortune, and from what I can tell, divide it fairly evenly.
Sort of chokes on his drink. A ship, you say? Oh yes. I'm quite fond of ships. Yes, that would do quite well. Consider me interested, sir. And he's sort of
All right.
kind of trying to mimic their accents, I think, because he's been here for a while, but he does it poorly.
In which case, then, in a day or so time, as they are leaving now, or... No, yes, they've been on the road or the air, I suppose, for about a day now. They should be here shortly. And they will be coming to look for you here. Since this is your normal haunt, I figured this would be the best place.
Well, seems to have worked out so far.
Well, I bid you good day. And I'll slide the untouched drink over to you. And toss a healthy pile of gold onto the bar. I'd like to take care of at least that drink and whatever else this buys the good man here. And then he'll turn and start walking away.
Interesting lunch conversation, and he takes the drink and drinks it. And then starts kind of looking at all the cash, and he looks at Van, and he's like, relax. He just kind of like pushes most of it over. And then just says, oh, be generous with that now. Make sure they know I bought it. And he looks around and says, buy around and all that.
Fair enough, sir. Yes, sir. Of course. And he'll get to work mixing several spirits together, a couple of other strange mixers, and he starts bringing out this various tray of drinks, walking around, handing a glowing green beverage to one individual and a glass of blue-looking wine to the lady that's with that one, and kind of makes his way through. And each one he kind of says, "Oh, this is from the gentleman at the bar over there," and will gesture towards you. And in turn, they raise their glasses. Thank you, thank you, sir. Various different, tones for it. The rest of you've been on the air for a while now. You're about a day and a half or so into your journey, and you start to make sight of a place that I don't think any of you guys have been to. Sal himself had once, at least, but then it's up to you if your character would have taken trips to the Arkosian. But as you kind of make your way in towards the dock-like structure, you can see there are a few individuals that are along the cliffs of this island, and it seems that they're strapped into a kite sort of a thing, and they're flying kind of up and down, swooping along the cliffs. There's several other individuals who are nearby watching intently, making sure that these people, basically parasailing or more hang gliding, but they're hang gliding along the cliffs, catching the updrafts. making sure that they don't veer off too much and fall beyond their ability to take care of and keep them alive. There's a few other ships. Most of them are very kind of exquisite and adorned with, gold plates here and there. Some gleam with like gems that are like encrusted onto their hulls, as these kind of like luxury ships seem to depart and enter. Serene, unless otherwise instructed, is going to kind of steer the ship towards kind of like a lower level, not the main dock, where there's some very large, very expensive ships docked, but there's also a series of lower level docks that kind of mounted about mid as far as height goes, island, and she'll steer towards one of those empty docks and bring the ship to a rest there. We're there, Mr. Split.
Flit just suddenly appears next to her, literally coming out of a shadow. And the entire crew's been, or the entire, crew, whatever, everybody on the boat has noticed Flit not necessarily bouncing around anymore. It's like 1 minute she'll be one place, and next minute she's in a totally different other place, all on its own. And just kind of oddities like that. She's been hanging out with Skippy a lot. Conversations might been picked up here and there about, tying a knot this way and that way can capture a person. Another conversation y'all might have picked up here and there, something about, we need to work on breaking and entering, various things of that nature. So on and so forth with Skippy. Flit looks at Serene. Yes, let us go to that location and I guess dock there and put on the notes that we must get one of those fly things.
Oh, yeah, sure. No problem. Everything okay?
Everything's fine.
Okay.
You're lucky that you didn't go with us. You would have definitely died.
I've gathered most of your trips I would probably have died for, so I'm kind of happy to hopefully have the ship, and hopefully the same thing doesn't happen to the last ones who piloted your ship.
Do not listen to him, Serene. You know very well that I would not let any true harm come to your person.
True that.
I
Listen
appreciate
to
it.
Percival. Always stay around Percival as close as you can when we get into trouble.
Stay within reason, of course.
Not in a line.
Yes. Master Zero has spoken much about do not line up.
No, do not do that.
Fair enough.
Anywho, I guess we are going in town for stuff, and I do not know why we're here. Why are we here? She looks around.
I do believe that from the trial we got some information that we're supposed to come here to find further information. Zero, wake up! He's always Zero.
Yes,
Come
my
here.
friend.
Yes. You have a better memory than I, my friend. What is it exactly? I know we're supposed to be here to find someone, but I don't know who. Do you remember the person?
Yes. Someone who's in my line of work. Perhaps. There's other troubles, though? No?
And while you may not have known exactly who, because I don't believe she said the name, but she did mention the location. So she said to seek out aid from one who would be in the Starlight Room, and he would stand out amongst the others there.
And Zero would have definitely tried to have spent some time utilizing his background to try to get information on that person before we ever went.
Okay. So what is it your background, generally gives you?
I have a contact in it, like any kind of like town that I go to that is kind of like seedy. They would have information because I'm an urban bounty hunter.
Yeah, I would say upon arriving here, and I don't know, would you have done any work on the island or been to this island before?
I probably have only known of it. I don't think I've been here before now, unless it was a necessary stop along some other voyage.
So you're able to, as you guys kind of make your way in, you are able to kind of find a smaller tavern down here. And I don't know if you wait or like if you go ahead of the group or you bring the whole group with you. Like it'd probably take them a little while to do the necessary like docking fees and arranging the ship and storing everything. Meanwhile, Sal will kind of agree to stay behind. He decides that first, this gambling place, which he had been to before, is not really his style. And since they're just going to meet someone, he'd rather do some work. And he'll be able to protect the ship better, too, if he sticks behind.
Flit hugs him and says to him, I will bring you back lots of money.
Oh, yeah, sure. Money, no problem. Have fun. Don't get into too much trouble, Flit.
Don't I always?
Get in lots of trouble, yeah.
No, never get into trouble.
All right, then.
Speaking of money, doesn't Sal have most of ours?
I mean, whatever. If you guys take some of the money from Sal, I don't have that information in front of me as to what he has or doesn't have, but I know he had a considerable sum. I think he just hadn't.
Not that long ago.
Yeah. Well, that is true. But if you guys wanted to, pull out a few hundred or whatever, that's up to you.
I'm okay.
I have 405 at the moment. I don't believe I'll need too much more.
Oh, you're really okay.
Yeah, $1,000. Ooh.
Flit, Flit goes to Serene. So, do you need anything?
Oh, nothing major. I wouldn't mind maybe some new clothes.
Okay.
I didn't bring that much with me, and I haven't had time to do wash on the ship.
That's fine. I'll get you something nice.
Okay, nothing too crazy. I still need to be able to manage a ship.
Okay, I can do that. And she goes to Skippy. Skippy, rest up.
Yeah.
We're going out tonight.
Okay,
I
like it.
All the stuff that we've been going over the past few moments.
Yeah.
We're going to do in real life.
Sounds good.
Okay.
I've heard things about this place, though. If you steal from the patrons here, they tend to be pretty grumpy about it.
Everybody's grumpy. You remember Sal?
Sure. Well, yeah. Sal is a exemplary of that state.
Exactly. So, on the down low, no one knows.
Exactly. All right.
Okay.
And so he will kind of scurry and pull out like a nicer looking garb, probably like a dark brown kind of suit thing with like a pale like eggshell shirt on. Nothing too extravagant, but for him, it's like sort of the nicest thing you've seen him. You see him start sliding daggers into various locations, hiding them as best as he can.
We're going out tonight, not now.
Oh, well, it'll take me a while to make sure they can't find the daggers.
Okay. Well, you got to finish up here first and make sure everything's in order. And then when I come back and the evening comes, then we're gonna go.
Okay.
Oh, do you want anything when I'm in this place? While I'm during the day?
I mean, maybe another bottle of booze, but if we're gonna go out tonight, I'll see what I can find on my own.
Okay, because I got to bring back Serena dress, or some kind of outfit. I'll figure it out. Anyway, okay. See you later.
All right.
While that's happening, I'll walk over to Zero and I'm like, Zero, my friend, since you're always fighting with your bow first, I do believe this should come in handy. And I hand him my ring of spell story, and I say, I loaded it with level 5 flame arrows for you.
I appreciate it, my friend.
So Zero, are you taking people along with you, or is it? Or are you going on your own?
I was hoping he could pass without trace and spirit away, and just. I know Foot could keep up with that. I think the druid's good too, or the druid, and I don't know about Elsie though. Could you keep up?
How about Hypocrite if I can fly around?
That's true.
So it's up to you whether Zero would bring anyone along as he went to go look for his contact or not.
I think since it's more like job related.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah. I might just say that I have some business that I needed to take care of.
All right.
What season is it?
You've been kind of hovering through probably like a summer sort of a time. However, it's weird. Most of the islands seem to have their own kind of climactic zones. Sometimes they'll shift, but it doesn't necessarily follow either the same paths or the same things. In fact, you've noticed that as you exit like an island, you get hit with higher winds and colder temperatures than when you were actually like on the island. So upon the ship, you kind of tend to get battered a little bit more once you've broken free of a certain zone from each island. This island right now, it feels very temperate. It's like as you're landing here, it's probably 75, low humidity. It's kind of very pleasant. There's a slight breeze that kind of runs through the cliffside over here, and a bit stronger at spots, whereas it seems like there's gusts of wind that are going up the cliffs, and if you look up, you can see these people hang gliding, like as they're kind of cutting and turning back, catching these different gusts of air, swooping along the cliffs. But yeah, it would be pretty nice right now.
He would be an alabaster Eladrin with blonde hair then. And he would try to sneak away, I think, and do his job, his side job, and get this information from a contact before they go and meet.
Yeah, so you're able to find a location. It's probably like one of the seedier bars in this area that caters to the various like dock workers, the ones that bring in the goods, some of the sailors that kind of come and go along the coast, along these docks. And you're able to spot someone in there that you somehow recognize from from some former job or some, passing time that you see him kind of sitting in a booth by himself, drinking like some frothy, like lager, like looking beer.
He would come up to him and say that I remember that tattoo anywhere.
And who might you be, sir?
I'm no one anymore. But I still know you all the same.
The voice sounds familiar. Face does not mark anything.
He would like pull down his collar and show him like a familiar scar and say, you remember from before.
Oh yeah, Zero. What devil brought you here?
All of them, unfortunately. I need to have someone looked into, if I could.
Who are you looking for?
And he would repeat the last part of who you said we were supposed to be looking for. You said it so much more eloquently than I would put it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he sits there thinking about it. Basically the Starlight Room and someone who doesn't belong there, or like would stand out in the crowd. He'll tap on his beer. Well, I'm a little thirsty. That might help jog my memory.
That's not a problem. It never is. And he would slide him an amount that well covered his whole night of drinking.
Well, since you put it that way, I think I might have heard of a man who you might be looking for. He was there's a gentleman who used to be a pirate who's been hanging out a lot. He's done some jobs for the casino, and I think he likes to hang out in the Starlight Room mostly. So, yeah, his name, McInnes or something like that. I mean, can't miss him. He used to be on some other ship before, and now he's kind of, I don't know, taken to the land for some reason. They stopped by here, and he decided not to get off.
Should it be a hostile situation?
Oh, seems pretty good. I mean, he's handy with a blade, but as long as you don't give him reason, it's mainly just looking for work and ways to improve things for himself.
Sounds familiar. Appreciate your time.
All right.
I hope you enjoy yours.
Well, it's a pleasure to see you again, Zero. Or whatever you're going by today.
You did not see me. And he slides the same amount over again.
See who?
Thank you. And he leaves.
All right. Yeah. Sounds good. Probably didn't take Zero very long. He's pretty quick at things, and it's not super far away. But yeah, so soon Zero will return back to the group. All right. So dock fees have been taken care of. Your ship has been registered with the Arkosian dock master, at least the one for this area.
Yes, it is Flit with 1 T.
Flit.
Captain.
8
Yeah.
T's and yes, I got it. How long are you guys planning on staying?
As long as it takes.
All right, 5 days. I'll put it down. Yes.
Very well
If you
then.
stay longer than today, though, I will require further funds for the dock fees.
Understandable. And how do you get one of those? And she points to the air glider thingies.
Honestly, I don't know if they're worth it. They mainly work here because they control the winds along the cliffs. When you do it most elsewhere, you're going to end
I see.
up down there in the mists.
Interesting. But what if you tied a cord to it?
Yeah, it probably could work. I've seen some of the faster ships. They've tied cords to it and pulled someone around a little bit. But yeah, I don't know. You can always ask someone up there. They're really not that complex. They're a bit of leather strapped tightly over some light wood. I think they use some
I see.
form of bamboo.
So how would I get plans to one of those?
Oh, plans. Talk to one of the engineers up above.
All right, will do. Oh, do you know where I can get further crew and supplies and whatnot? Oh, an address.
Oh, depends on the expense of the dress you're looking for. There are some shops in the Arkosian itself, of course, or there are some in the nearby villages if you're looking for something of less expense.
No, full expense. My girl deserves the best.
Then look in the Arkosian. They've got very nice boutiques up there.
Excellent. She's died at least 5 times, I think, now.
Oh dear. That I think that does warrant a good expensive dress.
Exactly. What I was thinking.
Well, you are a lucky woman then to have such a friend who sticks with you through 5 deaths.
Oh, it's okay. I bought her.
Oh. Okay then. Well, there are slave markets too if you're interested.
Oh, she
That
wasn't
may
a
be a
slave.
way to fill out that crew.
She wasn't officially a slave, but more she was a slave of the establishment.
Sure.
Are you a slave of the establishment?
I work here. I get paid. There's stairs right there. If you follow them up, you'll get to the main level of the island and can't miss the Arkosian. They won't let you anyways.
Okay. She turns around and goes to the group. Are we ready to go?
Assuming we rested.
Yeah. It was a couple days, so you guys would have had time to rest and refresh.
Oh, yes. We go find them.
Is there any like magical shops in town?
Yes, I do believe so. And she rattles something off to him.
If possible, I would like to check one, see if I can see what kind of magical equipment they're selling.
Yes, I would like to join you because I'd still need a diamond.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I think I know where they're all at. So are we going to go pick up this guy or girl or thing or animal or what is it?
I believe it's a person. Zero.
It would have been awesome if it was an animal.
Ah, no. Unfortunately. Not awesome in your case. It is someone who's looking for work.
Oh, good. Where are we going?
Starlight Room.
Okay. Looks over at the dock. What was he? Dock. Can't think of the name of
Dock
him.
Master. Yeah.
Dock Master. Yes, that was my Dock Master. So where's the Starlight Room at?
Oh. And he's already like kind of working on another ship, and he glances back, somewhat annoyed. He goes, "Oh yeah, go in the Arkosian. You'll see signs, but it's at the top of the center of the whole place."
Okay. And she kind of just starts skipping off toward it. Let's go. She's ahead of the group, as always.
As you make your ways up the cliffs, the sun is starting to descend. It's starting to grow darker and darker as you make your ways up, probably settling into about sunset as you guys get up to the top of to the main level of the island. And you can see in front of you this like elaborate marble structure, like large columns, almost like Greek, column pillars there. Large statues. Some of them are like plated in gold. You can see very well dressed people kind of like walking in and out. And there's like those that are working there who are equally, well, maybe not quite equally well dressed, but very well dressed, looking very professional, very official, guiding people in, opening doors. There's someone out front, a woman dressed in kind of like a red silk dress that kind of flows out in like a large, almost like not like a full poodle, but a little bit of like a poodle kind of going out thing that comes to, just about her knees. And she's calling out as people walk by, "Welcome to the Arkosian. All the finest things, all the things you could want. Anything your heart might desire. Come, ask me, and I can direct you. We've got the finest ladies, boys. We've got the finest hunting. We've got cliff surfing. We've got everything you could want. Do you like to hunt? We have that too. Gambling. We have the finest stakes, the finest tables, races, fights. We have it all. Welcome to the Arkosian."
Yes. Well, hello there. You wouldn't happen to have a little pamphlet or map?
Don't quite have maps, but there are signs everywhere in the Arkosian, in multiple languages.
Okay.
Is there something you're looking for?
Yeah.
Is it a lady?
No.
A boy?
Oh, we do need well, there's a magic shop, possibly a jeweler, and dresses.
Dressmaker.
Dresses, yes, we need dresses.
Fashionable, but
fashion-
utilitarian.
What she said.
Well, you're looking for shopping then. Yes, as you enter, you're going to take a right. That initial wing there is about 50 of the finest shops you've ever seen of anywhere.
We're also looking for people. The Starlight, whatever the hell it was.
Oh, the Starlight Room. She'll look over a few of you. You may want to hit the shops first, but yes, you'll see the Starlight Room. Start climbing, and you'll find it. There's a domed portion that used to be one of the king's advisors back when this was a palace. He used to use it for observing, and now it is turned into the finest bar in all the Shattered Lands. Go up, take the catwalks, and then when you see the spiral staircase that ascends, you can make your way up.
Yes.
When does the shops close?
Oh dear, nothing here closes.
Oh, good. So when do y'all want to go? After or before we can pick up the guy or lady? You did say it was a person, right?
Probably before, I would think.
Yes.
Let's
well.
go there first.
Okay.
Yes.
Flit just skips on off.
Shopping
Toward the
it
place.
is. She is the captain, I guess.
Yeah, follow after you as well.
So as you enter, there's like this fountain that made out of similar marble, but at the base of it, it seems to sparkle and gleam like this bright blue color. And as you kind of like watch the water just kind of cascade in, fall down, and then all of a sudden the water shoots high up into this like elevated ceiling, goes about 30 feet up into the air before then cascading down. But in the meantime, that water that would normally be there is all of a sudden kind of gone, and you can see that at the base, that which sparkles is just like this layer of sapphires that have been encrusted onto the bottom of this fountain.
Flit's just looking down at it. She's stopped.
And as you stop, you feel an arm kind of slide around you. You like fine things, little one? You like fine things? I bet we've got the finest things you've ever seen. What can I direct you towards?
I see. Well, let's see here. Are you for sale?
Am I for sale? Well, I suppose that depends. What is it I get out of that bargain?
Well, you possibly could die 5 times.
It doesn't seem like a bargain to me. I was hoping more for something less mortal and more physical.
Oh, it's definitely physical. Last time we were all together, I got compelled to jump off a ship in midair. So there's that physicality. Want to join?
Lovely.
I'm looking for crew. Hi, my name is Captain Flit, and she sticks out her hand.
You know what? It's a pleasure meeting you, dear. But if you were looking for crew that are expendable, may I direct you towards the slave markets?
Oh, they haven't died yet. Officially died. They're still alive. So
Well-
there's a chance that you can be still alive too. Want to join?
No, I think I'll pass. I'm far too accustomed to such niceties. But
Is this one of the ladies of the night?
it is a gentleman of sorts. But yeah, if you'd like to do an insight, you can see.
Sure, I'll do a little. Or not.
Okay.
16.
All right. Yeah, you definitely take it that he was kind of looking to possibly feel out Flit to see if he could proposition or gain some sort of benefit from her company.
Alci's gonna put his hand on his shoulder, and he's gonna use 5 points of lay hands to cure a disease, and he's gonna say, "May God bless you," and keep walking.
Oh, dear sir. Oh, yes. I didn't realize the little one was spoken for. That's fine. There's no problem.
You mean spoken for?
It's I
No
did
one
not
owns
mean
me.
to upset your snake boyfriend. It's totally
He's not my
fine.
boyfriend.
Okay, sure. Whatever you're into. Dear.
This is also his plan all the way to the shop. Whenever he sees somebody like that and they look like they might be diseased, he's just gonna cure disease off them.
All right.
On every person that he does cure disease on, Parzival whispers to them, "Now you can go back to charging top dollar."
So, wow. All right. So you guys make it into the shopping area. I'm assuming that's where we want to go.
Yes.
Is that what we agreed upon? Because Flit was just going to go where the group was initially going to say to go.
Well, if you'd like, me and Zero could head up and pick up our Zero. This is going to be another party member, correct?
I believe our price is right, perhaps.
Oh, this is a friendly. We can obviously
Right, no complex.
you guys go
It's fine.
shopping and we will meet you back in say 30 minutes to an hour. Or do you think that that is good for us?
It wasn't far, was it?
It was right up the stairs.
Yeah.
Yes, it's not too far.
Are we meeting there? Where are we meeting at?
If you do not find us first, then we will find you.
And do y'all want
First of all,
anything?
would you like me to purchase that diamond for you?
Yes.
Elsie's hard to miss, by the way.
And give you 100, or actually I'll give you 200 gold.
Don't worry about it. I got it.
Okay. And see if you can find any components as well. Just random spell components. I'll write you a list.
Okay.
Pull out a pen and paper and just jot down like a list of like 5 things, and I hand it to you. See if you can find this at the magic shop.
All right.
Yeah, we'll do.
I just need arrows.
What kind of arrows?
Yes.
Very well.
Thank you, my friend.
Always. Now, Elsie, are you
Yeah.
with me?
Yep. You want to fly on my thing?
Yes, let's go.
Yeah, he'll have the hippogriff like grab him by
Aren't
the
we-
shoulder
Aren't
and put
we
him in the hippogriff.
Aren't we like five
Oh.
buildings down from the main shopping area?
Yeah, you're like, so the Arkosian itself is like a large interior structure, and once you guys have already gotten into like kind of the entryway, and now there's just like different hallways that are going to lead off. There's big double doors that lead off towards the gambling, which are actually open, with doormen standing there, kind of eyeing people as they come in to kind of ascertain the weaponry situation. Though it doesn't look like they're stopping anyone right now. But then there's like hallways, and off towards the right hallway is the one that's like says shops in multiple languages. So you wouldn't necessarily need to fly anywhere.
So do you do it anyway? Is the question.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
She jumps on.
All right.
I figure that if he plays with you, you will leave me alone. So
Let's go.
So you two make your way into the shops. It is very crowded, and your hippogriff almost like needs to kind of hover and float, like fly past the hordes of people kind of pushing back and forth and moving their way along this kind of almost like indoor mall area. There are various shops of pretty much anything the heart could desire could be found here.
Where do you want to go first?
probably to pick up this magical components for first of all.
Okay. And Flit starts to look for one.
Okay. Yeah. You guys would spot a shop, probably about halfway down this trail of shops. So, I mean,
Land on the roof. Land on the roof.
well, so it's all pretty much interior. So it's like a big facing that's going to face out. And that this one you come across, there's large glass windows that kind of cover large glass windows, so you can see in, and inside you see various like animals and such that are like in cages. There are different potions and wands and things like that you can see. There's like a chandelier that's hanging down from the middle of the store that has this like sparkling lights kind of flickering off and on that kind of shoots like this cascading rainbow of colors out through the doorway and the windows. It is Garridan's Magical Emporium.
Garridan. Okay. Land.
As the hippogriff comes down, like this scattering of people kind of like move to make way for this creature to land. But gives you enough space to do so, not wanting to get crushed by the horse-like creature.
Flit does an acrobatic somersault thing off the griffin and runs in.
Okay. You guys enter the shop. Zero and Parzival, what are you guys up to?
I do
Making
believe
our
we have
way.
to make our way back up to these stairs here, my friend.
Yes. To make a new friend, perhaps.
Yes, let's just go and entice this so there's a bounty hunter like yourself.
So you guys will see that there are some stairwells that lead up like from this main kind of entryway. There are like two stairs that kind of like spiral up, not like spiral like spin off, but they're kind of a half arc that leads up to the second floor there. And there are signs that say Starlight Room there. There's also signs that say Starlight Room and point into the main casino. So it seems like there's either a way to kind of go up now, or you guys can head through this throng of people who are out there playing on the floor.
Where do you believe we'll find him? The bar?
I believe that's where I would be, but we can get that either way.
Yes, well, let's just go check there first.
Yes.
All right. So you guys head up first, make your way out, and you go up these stairwells and you follow the signs, and you actually enter a doorway that then you're hit with the sounds from the floor below, and you find yourself on like a catwalk that goes across the length of this building, some 300-400 feet across, and there's one on either side. Excuse me.
Bless you.
So there's one on either side. You guys had picked one, and as you walk down, you make your way down, and then there's like another staircase about halfway through this casino floor area that arcs, and you can see it from the other catwalk too. It's going to arc up, and then there's like a landing there, and then upon that landing area where it's suspended from like sturdy cables on the roof, there's a spiral staircase that leads like sharply up. Like it's more like if you think of like a lighthouse kind of spiraling staircase. It's kind of a tight intertwined walkway. And as you're walking down these catwalks, you can see various men and women dressed in this like dark kind of navy blue coat with like silver trim, silver buttons. And there's like a bear symbol upon their shoulder. And several of them. There's like you can spot they have different like names engraved upon their this coat that they wear. All of them have similarly armed, somewhat here and there. There's some differences. Most of them have long swords. A few have like morning stars. They all have crossbows, and the crossbows are kind of what's out mostly. And they seem to be watching the floor and walking back and forth. You guys make your way over. You can spot below you there's various tables set up. Some are like they're playing some dice games, some are playing card games. There are these like weird machines that are kind of like people are hitting buttons and putting coins in. Here and there, like money will come out for some of them, but very loud and raucous, people laughing, screaming, all that. You make your way up to the landing, and there's a gentleman who kind of like looks over the two of you, somewhat skeptical as to how you're dressed, and asks, "What is it that brings you here to the Starlight Room?"
We are looking for someone.
Yes. And this person, would I know of him?
I was hoping maybe so. Someone who might be looking for some work, maybe.
Not the usual place for work, but may I get names for you two?
Looks at Parzival.
Well, you give a name first, and then I'll come up with one.
Yes. Visarosa, please.
Jots it down on like a clipboard there. And you, sir?
Wade, please. The name is Wade.
All right. And jots it down. Very well. Just put your fingers next to your name, yeah?
Oh.
He shows you the pad.
The little finger.
And you feel like kind of a warmth and glow, and there's like a little arcane sigil that appears where your finger pressed. And for you, sir?
Yes. I'll do it. I'll do his thumb.
All right, very well. Please do not cause any trouble, but do enjoy yourself in the Starlight Room. And he'll kind of pull like a velvet rope away from the stairwell entrance and gesture for you to go on up.
I'll tip him.
Oh, why, thank you, sir. Very generous.
Oh, no, thank you.
You make your way up this spiral stairs, and you're probably, by the time you get to the top, at least 100 feet above the floor below. And you get into actually another area where it's like you're walking through like a thicker wall, where before these spiral stairs was like just this metal staircase is kind of spiraling out in the middle of the air. And then you get to a point where you're now walking along walls for like another 20 feet. And as you step up, you step into a room that is dimly lit. As you look up, walking up the stairs, your head's already looking up. So you spot this roof area, and it's seems to be dark and black, but there are like speckles of light that appear upon the roof, like little sparks that almost look like stars flickering here and there. A few of them are more steady. There's some that come and go, some that are there like consistently. There's a like moon shape that seems to be like just kind of forming up on one side of the wall. There are several people in here now, all very well dressed. Many of them will kind of turn and look at you guys as you walk up, seeing as they're in very expensive garb, and but they don't seem to stop you or bother you.
We must find a way to do this roof for Flit in her room. She would have wanted it if she saw it.
I guess perception checks just to see what we spot specifically here.
Yeah, that was a mad roll.
I got a dirty 20.
Okay. Rory, would Theo still be there from earlier, or did he depart at all?
No, I think he'd still be there. He's trying his hand right now at like a local detective, trying to solve some stupid thing that he doesn't care about at all. And he's just sort of waiting for clues to find him while he looks for other actual work. And since he's billing by the day, he's drinking.
All right. So you guys see this bar full of finely dressed people. Some of them by themselves, some of them in small groups. There seems to be a lot of like partnered up people, seeming to have some sort of romantic kind of drink, and some of them with some food in front of them. Most of the food seems to be more like cheese plates and fruit plates and various like charcuterie style plates, not like full-blown meals. They all have various cocktails in front of them. At the bar, though, you do see one that does not fit that bill. Does not seem to be really working working to fit in with the fine attire. What does Theo look like?
From the back of the stool, you just see his long green trench coat with like a cream colored trim around it, definitely standing out. His boots are half latched, so they have like the leather straps going across, and half of them are undone. So his boots are kind of winged out at the side. And he has like a tangled mane of hair kind of pushed out the back and over the collar of his coat. So yeah, from behind, that's what you see, all this hair, a green coat and unkempt boots.
And it should strike you too, this is probably that person that was spoken of by it was Mother Karina, Karine, I think, or something like that. Who spoke of someone who stood out?
Zero. Oh, I know you told me not to point. The fellow over there.
Yeah. Yes. I think I see. Could we perhaps buy you a drink? And he'd walk up to him.
Me?
Yes. You look like maybe you would like another.
I look over towards Zan warily. I say, too many good things are happening today. This is unusual. I say, no, I can in good conscience. I can't speak in good conscience. Take your gold. Truth is, I'm buying for everybody. Well, the fellow that spoke to me a few hours ago, he's buying for everybody. But you don't need to buy my time. Sit. I have plenty to spare.
And Zero would take the stool backwards and sit down.
You'll see a half-elven, dark-haired man walk forward, and he's got like a dark suit. And as you look closer, it's not black. It's like this dark navy, to the point where it almost looks black, of like this kind of like velvety, crushed velvet sort of like look to it with silver, like silver line that kind of goes down the middle that actually meets. There's two strips of silver that meet in the center part. He's got along his collar, he's got like a kind of high collar, and there's various like specks of stars that are like around the collar. And as you look over at him, you can see the stars sparkle and glimmer and kind of move around. Like different parts of them will light up in different spots, not like majorly, but very subtly. And he'll walk over. Hello, gentlemen. Can I get you something to drink? My accent shifted.
Absolutely. Parcela?
Yes. Do you have any type of ciders? Maybe even a mead? Something very sweet. I'm not feeling anything sour today.
Okay. Well, we have the Nordfrost mead. It's fairly strong. It is. It's fairly sweet. A lot of honey used in that one. We have the Argyle's apple tart. If you're looking for, it's more on the liquor side, but it is a very like apple flavor forward one.
I do believe I'll go with the first flavor. I do that sounds so much more delicious.
Yeah, right. Yes, a Nord mead, Nord Frost mead, and for you, sir.
Oh, yes. Please give me one of those. And give me one of what he, and he'll claps Theo on the shoulder. And one of what is he is drinking, and put it in there.
Ah, yes. Sounds good. And he will start tossing together the drinks, pouring the mead, putting the shot in for you, sliding them over.
I'll
Here
put
you go,
down
gentlemen.
one.
It's an odd
Put down
drink.
one
I
and
feel like-
okay. Go ahead, sir.
I was just gonna say that the shot in there is probably rum, because I feel like that's what he's drinking, like a dark rum. So
Yeah.
enjoy that.
Perfect.
It's going to be very sweet. Dark rum with a honey kind of mead.
That's how he rolls.
Yeah, no problem. That'll get the job done.
We have come perhaps to offer you some employment.
Oh, and that must be your friend there that left a little while ago. Yeah, I told him I was quite interested. I'm especially interested in getting off this island.
Well, we are definitely doing that. We've only stopped here for you.
Oh, I feel so special. Well, if you came this way, you must be expecting trouble. So I'll be straight with you. I won't ask for much recompense. However many there are in the crew, I want that share of the treasure. He's just used to being a pirate, so if you have to correct him, feel free. But that's, you know.
It's understandable. I make my way many ways across these lands. I will make sure if there is a share, or definitely a cut in.
Okay. Other than that, you can offer me a bed, I assume?
Oh,
Someplace
yes.
to rest?
Yeah, we have a ship that flies. Airship.
And then he,
Familiar?
and again, he can't help but smile at that. He's like, "Oh, I'm getting back in an airship." So he's just, and the two of you look strong enough, so you can help me carry my things. Yes, I'm on board. Well, not yet, but I'm signing on.
Zero. So you never said I'd had to carry anything, Zero.
I got it. Don't worry. Drink, please, for once.
And then Theo leans over and says, "Yeah, drink." And he like tips the bottom of the glass a little bit, like drink, drink, drink. And then he goes and joins them.
At least that was delicious.
Oh, that was mine.
Oh god, I believe I tasted the problem.
You could easily carry your stuff and probably find these other window shoppers.
Oh yes, we do have a few other friends that are currently shopping at the moment, so we'll just
knew
gather
it
your
was-
things in and we'll meet them.
I knew it was
Yes,
going to be more than thirds.
yes. There's a captain.
Oh, I thought that might have been you.
Oh
Then
no,
what-
Ah, I had a ship.
she's quite wild, but she's really quite good to work with.
Name? Maybe I've heard of her.
Oh, Flit. She's got a sweet tooth.
Have I heard of Flit, by any chance?
No, like Flit is not of a pirate background. The name doesn't strike as anything you've really heard
Yeah.
of.
Right. I didn't know if it would be pirate or like law enforcement or whatever, someone in between. But I wasn't sure. Maybe she's busted a pirate
Yeah,
somewhere along the way. No, okay.
Generally different circles from what you've traveled in.
Haven't heard of the captain before. Well, that's all right. Anything to get off of here right now. There's always options later, right? I'm just kidding. And he goes back to drinking. And he's like, I'm not kidding.
You know your way around the ropes, then.
Of an airship? Oh,
Yes.
oh yes. Yes, you
Ah.
could say I know my way around the ropes.
It'll be nice to finally have someone else who does.
And what do you two do on the ship?
I am the healer. Yes, I am not much for calluses on my hands.
Ship with a doctor. Well, actually, what is the prevailing term? Is it always healer, or is there like slang for it?
I do know
Uh,
some form of medicine, but very little.
Healer. Good. Yep. Got it.
I'd say there's probably doctors, and then there's like healers, and you probably are more used to ones that call themselves doctors who, air quote, studied medicine, but they didn't have magical abilities. Sometimes people would use the terms interchangeably, but like an actual like the healer term, I think across the Shattered Lands tend to be more of a spiritual or mystical abilities. Whether he would make that distinction or not, it's up to you.
Yeah, I think he just did. Yeah, so I would just be like, oh, well, that'll be nice to have around, I imagine. And he sort of like nods a little bit, thinks about all the bruises and scrapes that could have been erased.
Yeah. Be nice to have someone who doesn't just cut off limbs and sew things together.
Those leeches.
Yeah.
So horrible.
All right. Are you guys remaining there, or are you leaving? What's the plan?
Well, let's just go help our friend with his bags.
Yes, hopefully they are done by now.
No, I meant Theo. Theo said he has bags.
Yes, I will carry them.
And I
They
think
can
I
carry
would.
their own bags.
Oh,
You
the
have-
other one.
Mini bags, Theo. If you do, I'll just transform into a bear or something, so you can just throw them on my back and I'll just walk.
I probably do. So, like, I'm like when because obviously we're starting at level 9, so I ended up with more stuff worth of money than I can carry. So I have 78 extra pounds of gear that I just want to dump in a room.
I have
So
21 strength.
soon as I see your bags, I go, and just turn into a huge bear, and just kind of start going over and start putting the stuff onto my back.
Yeah, I try to help. I tie like a piece of rope between two bags and toss them both over. You know what I mean? And it counterbalances. And I look over at Zero and I say, "This is an interesting healer you have." Very
A good friend as well.
After everything gets tied on, I stand up on 2 feet and start to walk around.
Oh wow. Okay. Wow. That could have come.
Interesting companions you found yourself there with, Theo.
As usual, Zan. It's it's never boring with me,
That is one reason I like you around. I'll be sad to see you go.
Oh, I'm sure I'll pop in again. You make a good rum. And I think he knows it's going to irritate him because he wanted to make mixed drinks all the time for him, but he just wanted rum.
Well, yes, maybe you'll be replaced with someone with taste.
Oh, you could dream. And yeah, I just follow the bear, I think.
All right. Down at the shops. We've got the rest.
It's already inside.
Yep. So you and Alcy are inside this magical emporium. You see this sparkling from the chandelier kind of like cascading across the entire interior, giving just enough light that you can kind of see what's going on, but it's not like super brightly lit.
As we're walking in, Flit stops and looks up, and then as Elsie finally walks in, she looks over at him and says, "We need one of these for the ship."
Okay, well, you have fun getting that done now.
That wouldn't be a problem.
It's
How big is it?
Yeah,
Anyway?
yeah.
Huge.
It probably takes up much of like a 5x5 square attached to the ceiling. So it's about 5 feet wide and tall. And there's like little orbs that are, spinning around with this chandelier. You can buy one if you like. You hear a voice. And as you kind of look over, you spot a short, like gnomish lady who's got like this mostly white hair with like this blue streak down one side. It kind of curls into like this bun that she's got put up. She's got a white dress on with kind of like a light blue sash that kind of goes across her chest there. So, hello. What can I get
hi.
for you?
She runs over.
Oh,
My name's Captain
how
Flit.
are you? Aye. She'll take your hand.
Hi.
Shake it. What brings you to Garridan's magical emporium?
We need lots of stuff. Namely, first of all, do you have dresses or something like a dress that will do utilitarian and act like a dress too? Oh! Can you do it like where it like cleans itself?
I mean, I could. We've got some very lovely dress. We've got robes. I've got lots of robes. Oh
no robes. Because it's for my pilot. And she hasn't washed in a really long time, so she's out of a dress, and she needs a dress, but she wants it utilitarian. That way she can move around the ship and stuff like that. So I need something that will clean itself and be utilitarian.
I mean, I could probably get an enchantment put on something. Something that cleans itself. But I don't have any like dresses ready-made right now. Let me see.
Or do you have anything else that's not like really nice? Not robes. Definitely not robes. That's something Sal would wear. Nothing like robes.
Yes, I mean, it is a magical emporium, so I tend to carry only magical items. But if you pick out a dress from one of the nearby shops, I'm sure I could put an enchantment on it so that it would keep itself clean.
Awesome. Also, do you have a big pirate hat?
No, that again would go to one of the various shops. Yes.
Nothing magical right now?
No magical pirate hats at the moment. No.
Can you
I'm
make one
sorry.
though?
I mean, I'm sure, given enough time and money.
We're here
What
for
would
5
you want
days.
it to do?
Something cool.
Okay, I mean, we've got ones that cause a gust of wind to billow around you, or ones that make it look like your eyes glow, or something that actually did something of use.
That would be useful.
With the eyes glowing, or something of the use?
The latter.
The use would be use. Yes, I guess I see that. Yes.
Of course.
Okay. Could you think of which use?
She looks at Elsie. What do you think?
Maybe something that makes you float.
That would be so awesome.
Pirate hat of levitation, huh? Probably manage such a thing.
Okay. My dear friend here has a big list of boring stuff, so he will give it to you, and I will go find a. You said dressmaker or fabric shop, or what do you need?
Oh, I mean, pick out any attire you would like, and I can give it a little gleam spell on it so that it will always stay perfectly shiny and clean.
Awesome. You got this? And she looks at
Yep.
Elsie.
Go have fun. I'll lend you my Ivory.
No, I don't need it. It'll get in the way anyway. Remember, we're indoors.
Okay, well, go have fun.
I will. And she just runs out.
All right. She'll look over to you, Elsie. And what is it that you need, my love?
He'll reach into his pocket, but he's gonna use his tail, and he's gonna put the piece of paper in the counter for her with all the components that he needs.
Oh, yes. Yeah, yes. Okay, yes. The diamonds, I maybe have a few hundred on me, but there is a jewelry shop down the way, if you would like. I could either send someone, or if you'd like to go yourself.
I think if you could send somebody that way, I can look around your shop some more.
Oh, yes, of course. Of course. Mickle, come out here. See, like a little, even shorter dwarven boy kind of run, gnomish boy, or gnomes, not dwarves, rushes out, and she hands him some coin. Mickle, I need however much gold and in diamonds. I know you guys had come up with a certain term. How much were you guys looking for?
I got a little confused because I know Percival won at 1, but Sal put in there he spent 900 gold pieces.
Yeah, originally I only wanted 1 because I figured since now that Sal's healed, if it's ever needed that we ever need to heal anyone else, I only need 1. But apparently, yeah.
I think he was getting some too.
What I was
we're
thinking is, let me see. I think he wants. I guess he wants 3 300 gold piece diamonds. That's for sale.
No, he said
Right?
For him.
For him, yeah.
spend
So it's
900
fine.
gold pieces to get 600 for himself and 300 for me.
Gotcha.
Cool. So she'll send him off with a sack full of platinum, actually, and he'll run off. Get the good stuff now. Don't get that flawed. That better. Easier to carry. Okay. And she'll get to work. Go ahead.
What kind of medical equipment do you have available at the moment?
Well, I've got little bits of everything, she says as she's like gathering stuff and putting it in like a thin kind of silken sort of handbag, like piling up your components and such. Is there something you're looking for?
Not exactly. I just figured I could see what you had in hand and then go from there.
Okay. Let me see. I've got various potions. If you're looking for potions to do certain things, invisibility, flying. I've got, let's see, some staves, depending on what sort of weapons you like to use, some quarterstaves, various sundry simple +1 sort of weapons. I've got...
Do you have any medical shield?
A magical shield. Well, I think so. Thought I got one in just the other week. That gentleman came in to sell it. Let me see if I can find it. She starts kind of like going in the back, and you can hear things kind of like rummaging around as she looks through. Oh, I do have this one, she says. She comes out with this shield with like an eye on it. This particular one is a special shield that will help protect one. Let me see. I had it all written down as to what exactly it did. Oh, yes. It's nothing too crazy, a very simple and standard one, but if you're using the shield, you have advantage on your ability to see things. So you get better at spotting things, and you're able to react fairly quickly. If a fight breaks out, you're able to almost ascertain as to what's going to happen and be able to move a little quicker. One hopes.
Okay, what is it called exactly, if you don't mind me asking?
It's called a Sentinel Shield.
How much for it?
Oh, it's not too crazy. I think 400 gold would suffice.
And how much are the flying and invisibility potions?
Ooh, let's see. I probably should have prepped for these, but no one told me we were going shopping. Let's see. Potions. In here. Potion. Let's see, this one is where. The invisibility is not the most common of things. It is fairly rare. I'd say probably 600 gold for that one. And potion of flying is about equal. So yes, about 600 apiece.
Let's see. He would look at it. It would be well, is there any way, since we're buying all these diamonds and stuff from you, that I could get a little deal?
Sadly, most of the diamonds I am purchasing off someone else at full price, so I can't give that great of a deal. I mean, I do appreciate patronage. I don't know if you want to give a persuasion check and see if you can persuade her
Yeah.
to-
So the persuasion total was 23.
Well, you know, I like you, and your little friend seems like she's going to spend some more coin. Let's see. Could lower it a bit, given the diamonds and the other components. Let's see. The diamonds were 900. These 12. 21. Let's say I could drop it from about 21 where you're at to say 1700. Diamonds, potions, everything all in.
All right, you got a deal.
Very well then. I will put everything together.
Thank you very much.
Realized I dropped it even lower because I forgot about the shield, but it's okay.
Yeah, I was because I was like, the thing is, I just have 1,000, and I wanted to grab the potions and the shield. And I was like, man, I don't got enough for both the potions. But then you said the price, I was like,
That's fine. That's fine. All right, Flit. As you're out there being unsupervised, what's going on?
First of all, she's hitting up at the dress shop or a place to buy nice clothing.
Okay. You see Sandra's fine attire. It's one of many shops you've probably seen, but this one
I will.
perhaps the one that catches your eye. Okay.
I walk in.
There are like mannequins set up with like dresses and suits and very nice clothes. You can see there's a couple in the back, and they're looking over what looks to be kind of like a warforged sort of slender frame that is wearing a suit and kind of moving around. And the couple's like looking at the suit, trying to see, you know, whether they thought it would work for them or not. And a lady who's over there with them will touch them. Excuse me, darling, I'll be right back. And she comes over. Well, hello, little one. What is it I
Hello.
can get for you?
I'm Captain Flit. She sticks out her hand.
Oh, hello, Captain Flint. She'll shake it. So, you probably need some captain attire. You're feeling a little drab. You don't fit in with all the captains at the tables.
No, not necessarily. What I need is a pirate hat, particularly nice fitting, and does that whole weird curly thing, and looks like a triangle. And I need a dress that is utilitarian but can function nice and is nicely made. Oh, and do you have a outfit that's for a little short? I think he's a
Child?
half.
Oh, halfling. Yes.
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 Something utilitarian, very nice, very brown.
More dress attire or more functional use for maybe hunting or something like that? Leathers? or-
Functional use for, like, I can go to a fine party, but yet I can also kill people with.
You are a pirate captain. That makes sense. Yes, 1 second. Let me see. She
The
snapped.
dress thing, however, is not to kill people. It's more like in case a big boom hits me in the face and I can't get up because my dress is caught in the thing, and now I'm being dragged off the ship.
Okay. Which do we want to start with? The hat. The hat should be
Yes,
easy.
the hat. Yes, the hat
The
is
hat
easy.
for the little one? For the dress
No,
wearer?
No, the hat is for me.
That's for you, yes.
Yes.
I don't quite carry normal, like, tri-corner pirate hats, but I'm handy with a needle and thread. What color hat are you looking for?
Something this color, and she looks down at her outfit.
Dark? Patchwork? I have a lovely violet or a dark purple hat that I think I could make into a kind of tri-corner sort of look. I've got some nice pinks, but that doesn't quite go. Crimson is always good for a pirate. Doesn't get dirty when you have blood. I suppose I have some of the gentlemen's broad brim black hats that I could shift around a little bit.
Oh, how about black and red?
Black and red, yes. Okay. I have this one over here.
Can you put a cupcake in the middle of it?
An actual cupcake or something that's a little more styled?
No, like a design.
Oh, yes.
Not an actual cupcake.
I have just the thing. Here, how do you look? Do you want it like... I've seen the pirates that have like the hat that's longer and skinnier and only folded in the middle sort of a thing. I've seen the ones that have the 3 points on the hat. What look do you like, little one?
3 points.
3 points, okay. She pulls down this like hat, and it looks like this like male like broad brim hat, and it's like mostly black on top, but then the underside is like this kind of crimson like red color, and she takes it and she starts like folding it a little bit, and she's like puts a pin in a couple of spots that's kind of like holding it, so it kind of has like this 3-point spot.
Do you have a big feather? I must have a big feather.
I have big feathers. You want to stick with the crimson look, or you want to veer off? A nice white might stand out, or pink if you like, or what?
No. Do white and like it's stained in blood.
Okay, I could do that. She snaps her finger, and a like short, like warforged, comes like kind of wobbling out. Take this. I need bloodstain. Thank you. And
where did you get that at?
Oh, I have all sorts of them, dear. They're very handy when people want to try things on, but you don't want them wearing your nice stuff.
No. I want one.
Oh. Well, it's possible, I suppose. She gives him the feather, and he goes waddling off. You like to jump around on your business. I like to focus. So we've got that. I've got just the thing for the cupcake. I'll put it all together with this hat.
Oh, and she reaches in her bag and pulls out the design that they did for the ship.
Uh-huh.
With the cupcake, and she said, "This is what I want, but not the name."
I have a cupcake. It's close. It's not exactly that, but it will look good.
Okay.
What budget are we working on, anyways?
It's whatever.
It's whatever. Okay.
It's going to be magically enchanted after this.
Oh, yes. Well, what I have in mind will help. It's not going to be cheap, but it'll be nice.
Okay.
The next part, which do we want to work with? The dress? Is that for you as well?
No, that is for my pilot. The one that might get drug off the ship and die. We don't want that to happen.
Oh, yes, no. Pirate, that one. Pilot. Yes, pilot. Let me see. So she's female, I'm assuming.
Yes.
So we want to dress.
Elf.
I don't judge.
She's an elf.
Elvish. Female. So fine kind of petite frame.
For the most part.
Sarah, come over. See another like Warforged come out. This one with like more of a female shape to it.
Can you do light blue, dark blue and light blue, and with little ships on it?
Dark blue, light blue.
Oh, no, not little ships. Not little ships, like little cloud things.
Clouds. Sarah, those dresses we got in for the Angel Ball last year, there was that one. With the dark blue with kind of the lighter blue clouds that floated throughout it. Why don't you go get that one and come back? And the Warforged just kind of like nods and heads off.
Those are
Comes
so
back
cool.
shortly. She's got on this like light. It's a dark blue dress, and as you see her walking forward, you see there's like light blue clouds that are just kind of like drifting across in different places and different angles, and like some are going left, right, some are going left. They're just kind of like drifting this weird like floating cloud pattern, and some will diminish so it looks like they went further away, and other ones will get bigger. Something like this.
Yes.
Okay. General dimensions. Bigger up here, smaller up here, skinnier, wider.
Kind of like me.
Okay. And the Warforged you see kind of like starts to shrink a little bit, like in spots. And so like there's like looser spots on the dress. And so she goes over and starts pinning things. That look about right?
Yes.
All right. Sarah, finish this one up. Last we need is the little one. And back comes that original Warforged. And he's got this feather in his hand, and it is like pure white at the bottom. But then there's like, looks like there's sparkles or splatters of like blood going through the feather. And she takes it and starts pinning it to the hat. And his uniform, his outfit.
Mostly brown.
And she'll go through and she'll kind of put together a kind of a dress like suit sort of thing in like dark brown top, like shade lighter on the bottom sort of a thing.
Oh, and lots of like various pockets in various places that you can't see.
Yes. Usually that strangely is included in most of these because the people who wear these sorts of things like to hide their valuables.
Oh, good. Excellent.
Yes. And she'll start like pulling open the coat and showing you various spots. And it's got like kind of like a brass sort of like areas where they bond together. Very shiny, sparkly in those spots. But the rest, it's dark and probably would suit well. So these three things plus the alterations and the cupcake, we're looking at about 250 gold.
Okay. And she digs in Lucky and starts pulling out coins and buttons and pins and lint.
So you get
It was
the articles of clothing. Yeah,
was
250. Yeah. And she'll pull out the hat last, and there's like this there's a cupcake on the front of it. And it's got like very light kind of pink crystals that form like the frosting area. Then darker, like looks like almost like rubies that are forming like the bottom part, like where it would have been wrapped around there. And there are similar rubies that are working in as like the points that hold the other two sides so that it gets the tri-corner look to it.
Flit squills.
Feather is, pinned in there and hanging out. I think that came out rather nicely.
Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Yes. Put it on me, put it on me, put it on me.
And she'll kind of set it and shift it around so the cupcake is easily visible.
Mirror, glass, something.
Yes, yes. And she gestures, and there's like a full length wall mirror that's about like 5 feet wide and 10 feet high on one of the walls.
She starts posing. Oh, okay. So how do I acquire one of these little guys?
Oh, they're not too bad. It is only about 50,000 gold pieces and
Okay.
few months of work.
What do you mean a few months of work?
Well, I mean, it requires someone who's got skill to work on and develop these creatures. They are
Oh, I have one on the
sentient.
ship.
Okay. Well, if he's capable of it, then depending on how much time he can devote to it. Um, Sarah there that did the dress, she cost me 48,000 gold pieces, and took about 2.5 months of
Okay.
work.
Do you have plans for maybe possibly any of them?
I don't personally have them. I do get them commissioned. Yes,
Where at?
there is a magical maker who lives on the island, not in the casino itself, that is able to manufacture such things for me.
Name, please.
Solanus.
She pulls out her book and writes it down.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Thank you very much.
No problem.
Bye now. And she.
Bye. Please come
runs
again.
off. I will. Maybe.
Yeah, I'll stay away as it's leaving. So.
As she runs toward the magic shop.
All right. Probably about this time, because that did take a little bit of a time. The rest of the group, if you would like to arrive, you may definitely arrive. As you see Flit running into a magical shop. Well, first you see a feather bobbing that looks like it splattered with blood, bobbing through the crowd. And then as you kind of spot a portion of the crowd had parted enough, you see Flit running into a magical shop.
With sacks of stuff already.
Yeah.
Or however they carry stuff, put stuff in bags or.
Yeah. She put everything in like a silken kind of it's a light blue bag with Cassandra's like on the displayed firmly on the front of the bag.
Yeah, she wouldn't have put it in Lucky because she knew she was going to get it enchanted and whatnot. So she just, so.
Mm-hmm. You see the little gnomish lady who's kind of finishing packing up Elsie's stuff there too. Parzival, Zero, and Theo, you kind of make your way through the crowds of the Arkosian down in the shop area. You spot Flit running into the shop.
I don't know who she is. I just see a weird
Yeah,
feather.
I mean the other ones probably would.
I nudge Zero with my bare butt.
Ah, that
Point
would be
with-
the captain.
Oh, with the feather?
Apparently, she's shopping.
A captain should have some style. That makes sense.
Sure.
Well, I'd like to meet her if we can catch up.
It's not a problem. I thought she'd be done by now, but that's what I get for thinking.
So you guys make your way into the shop, and you can see like this glittery, sparkling from the the chandelier. I need to take a short break. Need to use the restroom, check in with my family, and then we'll come back and probably wrap it up early. I don't want it to go too late because I know we have people who have to get up early in the morning. So we'll finish up like the shopping and whatever else you guys necessarily wanted to accomplish on the island. Then we'll kind of wrap it up and move on for the evening after that. But so let's say at the 20-minute mark. So it's 8:13 here. So 7 minutes or so, we'll aim to be back.
Cool.
Sounds
That
good.
works.
Works for me.
Cool, guys.
All right.
Welcome back. Literally.
La ha ha.
Wow.
Oh.
So anyone watching who wants to pick up one of my shirts, I will put a link in descriptions. This particular one, that's what I do, drink and throw dice shirt. We've got a Beauty in the Eye of the Beholder shirt, Party Time shirt on Amazon under Heroically Inclined. But I'll put the links.
I'm gonna have to check that out at some point.
Yeah. I'll put the link in the chat too at some point. But yeah. Some reason tonight my stream's been targeted by these like
Bots?
follower purchasing bots. You know,
Okay.
I'm just like pass.
Yeah, I saw like 3 of them in chat. I was like, Jesus, like I never knew that was a thing.
Yeah. Well, and it's weird is like, so I've had other people in the chat, like real people. And this week it's like I've got pretty much all just chat like bots going on trying to get me to buy stuff. I'm like, no, I'm good.
Yeah. Can you block them?
I think if I were physically on Twitch, I could.
Oh,
But because
okay.
I'm doing it through StreamYard, like, and I don't have like a Twitch app open
Yeah,
to
yeah.
manage it. I don't, but I don't know. Luckily, they're not. I mean, they
That
do like
bad.
1 or 2 posts. Yeah,
Okay, good. Not just
Not the other ones.
non-stop streaming
yeah.
correct garbage.
No. Yeah, if it was spamming it, then I probably would have like gone in and tried to alter it. But
Yeah.
that's fine.
Yeah, I do curate a playlist on Spotify, and there's always people trying to do the same thing, sell you followers. It's like, why would I want that?
Yeah,
Go away now. Shoo shoo.
right.
I've gotten so used to nobody following me, it'd be very weird if there were suddenly all these people here.
For sure. Sure. I think I have your channel like subscribed to on YouTube, but like I just haven't had time to watch anything yet. So it's like I keep looking through and like, oh, I need to look at his. Then I haven't.
We haven't put out too much recently, but I think when Anthony's Vampire Hitler Must Die comes out, we're probably going to play that.
Cool. Yeah.
I'm definitely back in there, by the way. That
Yeah,
show
me
was
too.
great. It's World War II, right?
Yeah, it's like a World War II fake, like false history where Hitler was a vampire.
That'd be cool.
It's pretty crazy. I'm excited. But yeah, I'm back, obviously.
It's like there's that Hitler reminded me of there's that like game that was made by I think the same people that did what's that jacked up kind of like Cards Against Humanity thing. I want to say it's the same people, and it's like
I'm excited
Hitler
for them for that.
is whatever.
I'm excited for them for that for sure.
Yeah.
They've been having to go through so much lately. So.
They got a lot of cool ones. Like there's one called Kill Mary Fuck or something like that.
I already asked them what kind of color bed, and they said pink and purple. So I guess I figured it was gonna be cool.
Yeah, we can, that's right. You can just get like a flash one, all this, okay, we'll do that.
Yeah. All right, I'll be back.
Okay. For those that are here, we may as well kick it back off. So, Zero and Parzival and Theo all enter the shop where Flit seems to have like clothing getting pulled out and strewn across the place.
Hats being taken off. So this is the hat, and this is the dress, and well, sort of dress. It's kind of utilitarian, and this is the other outfit. I had an idea for it.
Oh, what sort of idea do you have for it?
So could you make the little outfit maybe have magical properties where like I don't know, where he can be one person and then be another person.
Oh, a
He drinks a
disguise sort of
lot,
thing.
and he often falls on his face often, and he looks, I'm sorry to say, but ugly. So, but this would improve his attitude about everything if you could
Okay.
make it where it like switches off and stuff like that.
Okay, and we talked about some sort of levitation
Yes, that's for the hat. That's for me.
for the hat. Okay,
And the dress,
then
she doesn't wash her clothes often, so she needs something pretty and nice and something that cleans itself. That way she doesn't have to worry about washing her clothes.
all right. So the dress I can do fairly easy. About 100 gold pieces or so should have it always clean.
Okay.
The hat, probably the priciest of all of them. Would you like it to be able to use whenever you like, or would you like it just once or twice here and there?
What's the difference?
About 1,000 gold.
Okay, so tell me the first price and then tell me the second price.
2,000 and 1,000.
Okay, how about the outfit?
That one's not super tough. 450 for that one.
Okay. So if I can do it anytime, what can I do?
If you can do which at any time, sorry.
You said the hat.
Oh, your hat, levitation, whenever you like,
Mm-hmm.
2,000
Mm-hmm.
will allow you to cast like a spell, levitate. Allows you to alter your height and distance as many times as you like.
Oh, so what about flight?
Flight is quite a bit pricier. Let me see. Speed of flight? What speed of flight would you like?
I don't know. What do you got?
Well, I mean, I have various things. I have one where you could cast and actually it wouldn't be super expensive. You could fly around, but at a normal speed, 30 feet or so.
Okay.
That one would actually only be about 500.
Oh, okay.
I know it's weird, but
No, that's fine.
then there is another that allows you to go faster, I suppose.
Okay. What's that one?
It's a little bit showier. Wings would kind of magically sprout from you.
Would it come from my hat?
However you want it, actually. I can make it so it looks like your hat is flying, or I can make it where it actually comes out of wherever your back is.
No, that's
and
boring.
sprouts from there. Okay, from the hat then. This one would allow you to move about 60 feet. Let's see. That one will only last about an hour, so you'll move faster. Last for about an hour, and then you'd have to take a break and let the magic recharge itself. That
What's the
one,
next step?
again, is closer to 2,000. What was that?
What's the next step?
What is the next step? I suppose I suppose I could make the same sort of thing, either the wings or whatever other sort of way you'd like it to look, honestly, and let you fly for as much as you want at the 60 feet. But it is more expensive, say 8,000 gold or so.
Okay, we won't do that one, but let's do the one. So the really cheap one, I can move at any speed or any time I want to, so on and so forth. I don't need a break.
Correct. Yes. You can only move. You can only move 30 feet per round, but let me just double check. Don't make tons of them. Yes, you can only move 30 feet per round, but you can do it as much as you like. And I can have various effects if you like. If you want little wings, if you want your hat itself to do the flapping.
Yeah, see, like this feather here? Can you make the wings look like that?
Yes, yes, yes. How big of wings do you desire?
Big as a feather.
Okay. Yes, yes. Not too hard.
Okay, we'll do that. So how much for all of it?
Well, we had about 5 and 5 and 1, so we're at about 1,100.
Okay. And she digs in Lucky, which, if Theo's watching, she's got this backpack that's like patchwork and whatnot, and it's got like various weird buttons on it, a smiley face here, pins, all kinds of weird stuff. And she digs in her pouch, and you see her arm kind of extend beyond the normal reach of the bag, and she just pulls out a big wad of coin and just throws several things on there. And you notice also when she's throwing the coin, it's not just coins. It's lint, it's buttons, it's safety pins, it's other little knickknacks and whatnot.
Behold your captain.
Everyone with you guys is always throwing bags of coins around. I think I could get used to that.
Oh, we've got visitors. Is there anything I can get you?
As Flit turns around. Oh, good. My crew's here. And a new person. Who are you?
The name is Theo McInnes. It's a pleasure to meet you.
She walks over
Flit,
and puts
I
on her
believe?
hand. I'm Captain Flit.
She's like, what,
Yes.
4 foot
Yes,
something?
definitely nice to meet you.
4'9" to be exact.
4 foot.
Yeah. She is 4'8", roughly about 70 pounds. She's got pale peach skin, emerald eyes, short hair, looks like this picture right here. So next to me. Yeah, she doesn't have any shoes on either. And do you shake her hand?
Oh, yes, I do. Yeah, he's not
as-
very tall. He's, like an average, a little bit under, probably 5'9" or so, 5'8". So he's a little taller, but he reaches down and shakes your hand.
As you do, you notice suddenly your hand sticks rather firmly to her hand, like it's almost like Velcro.
Like the sticky bandits?
Yes.
Okay, so he's probably reacts. He probably feels that as you're trying to take the hands apart. does it stick to the point where he can't get his hand off, or?
No. She rips it off, and your
Oh,
hand
okay.
kind of remains a weird stickiness to it, like you stuck your hand in honey, almost.
He kind of rubs his palm like that's weird. Yeah, minus the sword. He doesn't carry a sword on him. He does have the daggers, and his hair is long. But other than that, the clothes all matches.
So, are you joining us?
If you'll have me, then yes.
We'll talk in a minute. I've got to finish business here. So she whirls back around and walks on over to the countertop. And
He
she
kind
says,
of tips a drink. You just notice now that he still has a drink from the bar, and he's still sipping on it.
she did kind of eyeball that with a little cocked eyeball. And then whirls back around and walks on over. So, is that enough?
Yes, it is, my dear.
So, how long is it going to take? We have 5 days.
The dress I can have done now.
Okay.
The hat would take me probably till tomorrow.
Okay.
Morning, afternoon. About equal time for the other thing. So I say maybe tomorrow evening.
Okay. I'll come back.
Do you want the dress now or when you come back?
Yes, please.
When you come back.
No. Dress now.
You confused the hell out of me, girl. All right, give me a moment. She'll take the dress and kind of walk to the back, and you can hear her chanting a little bit. And it takes her probably 10 or 15 minutes.
So Flit twirls around, puts her hands behind her back, and walks like a cartoon kind of thing around Rory, looking him up and down. So, Theo, sorry. Yes, your secret name is Rory.
Theo Rory McInnes.
So, how often do you drink?
Whenever I'm at the bar.
Okay, that's good to answer. So what do you do?
Mostly, I stick the pointy end of sharp things into the soft parts of people I would like to not be in front of me anymore.
Okay. Correct answer. LC? Come close, please.
Yes.
I'm going to ask the question.
Okay.
You may have to pay him off again with your magic. So, are you opposed to dying several times?
As opposed to dying once.
Yes.
No, then. I suppose having a chance to die a second time would be an improvement over most people's lot.
Excellent. She sticks out her hand again.
He second guesses shaking that sticky hand, but all right. And he reaches down and takes it.
You're hired.
Okay.
To be fair, not many of us have died. She always says that, but...
Oh, and another thing. Don't ever stand in the line.
Thank you.
Okay.
Oh, and there's a few other people that you may need to meet, and I'll introduce them to you and get you to know them. You got to watch out for Sal because he's grumpy and he always has his angry pants on. There's Carboni, which is good. It's a dog thing, critter, mechanical, whatever you want to call it. Oh, he can fit in Lucky. This is Lucky, by the way, and she shows you her backpack.
Yes, that's a impressive backpack. I saw you using it before.
Yep. There is Serene, which is I made her our pilot after I bought her. And then there is our handy crewmate, Skippy, which I broke him out of prison. Oh, that's another thing. Do not drink around him.
Okay.
He will steal your booze and drink them all for himself.
Understood.
We are trying to get him on the happy go wagon, not on the I'm going to drink until I fall off the ship wagon. Oh, which, by the way, I've done that before. It's kind of fun, but then you realize there's no bottom, so then you have to shoot back to the ship. Why I'm getting the hat.
Yes. It tends to be best to stay on the ship, I've found.
Well, I was kind of compelled by his kind, as I point to Elsie. You jump off the ship.
And what kind is that? I'm sorry. So what do I see when I look at Elsie?
Pure blood Yanti.
Yeah. So snake-like
Yeah.
scales, tail, kind of like whips around. Heavily armored though. He's a paladin.
Apparently, his family wanted him back, and he didn't want to go back, so he stayed with us instead. Oh, and then we killed them all and stole his family's ship, which unfortunately the mean lady that likes to paralyze people and steal your blood took it from us.
And he just keeps doing the...
If I'm still near Flynn, I'm just gonna whisper to him, I suggest we go back to the ship.
Who is that to?
And that was suggestion to Flint.
Oh, Foot.
Oh. So what's the wisdom save?
Oh,
Yeah, it's 15 DC.
All right, Flit. I mean, wisdom
What's
saving
your
throw.
What now? What happened?
A wisdom saving throw is Elsie's cast suggestion on you.
Oh, you're doing that again, huh?
Yeah, I suggest we go back to the ship.
Yeah. Yes, Roy. It's a regular thing.
Only the second time he's used it on a PC.
Yeah, you know. I rolled a 19 and I got a +2.
Damn, you suck.
Yeah, Flint
Not
just keeps on
easy
talking.
fixed.
And she looks at Zero. Yes, Zero? What were you going to say?
there might need to be some payment for our new guest.
Oh, yes, we're going to you get lots of payment. As soon as we kill things, steal things, murder people.
Not murder. There's no murder.
Well, it was his family.
They started it.
That is true. They did start it. So, okay. So, that's fair. Oh, and then there was Percival's family, which was really, really weird.
Well...
Oh, by the way, Theo, do you have any family that wants to kill you?
It's funny you mention it. Yes.
Family, more like unhappy members of a different court.
No, nothing like that. I did serve on a ship with my cousin. He is now the captain, and we did not part on the best of terms, but
Oh, goody. We're going to get another ship.
oh, well, that's certainly possible. It could be. He has quite a large crew, though, I will warn you.
Okay.
The old Misty Wolf.
Old Miss. That sounds like garbage.
Well, I'm adding the
Was
old. It's called the ship was called the Misty Wolf.
The
I'll
Misty
type it in. You got it.
Our ship is named Sweet Revenge,
Oh, Sweet Revenge. Nice
and it has a
name.
giant cupcake on it. which I personally designed. Oh, would you want a cupcake? And she digs through her various pouches and whatnot and actually pulls out part of a cupcake.
While she was looking in there, I shook my head and looked at you.
Part of a cupcake. Yeah, no. No, thank you.
You sure?
I'm sure.
Okay. And she just kind of wanders off to go sit down and starts eating the cupcake. And as you see her wander off and go sit down, you notice that she's just not actually sits down in the chair, but starts sitting on the back, and she just kind of perches almost like a parrot.
This is being interesting.
Do you want to ask? Do you want to ask your friend? Does she want me to deliver the packages to her vessel, or is she going to come back and get them?
No, I'll wait.
It's going to be tomorrow for the others. Here's
the other
dress,
yes.
though.
No. I'll take the dress, and then I will come back and get the others tomorrow.
Okay, your dress is ready.
Oh,
She'll
good.
kind of
So
fold
she
it
runs
delicately
over and grabs the dress. Thank you. And I will come back and tell you how pleased she will be.
Sure.
Radio. And look at the group. Are we ready to go?
Aye, Captain.
Yeah.
And Flit runs out of the store.
Oof, about time.
Give me a dexterity saving throw. Shouldn't be an issue, but
Okay, I rolled a 18 plus 8.
okay. You almost slam into someone as you run out the store, because it is very crowded. But it's Flit, and she's able to kind of dodge and jump and shift a little bit and make her way through the crowd of people, almost as if there was no one there. You're just kind of able to bounce through areas and make your way through.
Theo, I cannot wait to see your face when you see our ship.
I can't wait to see your ship. Honestly, I didn't realize how much I had missed them until I had been sitting in that bar and hearing you speak about them. Ah, the air. So much better than the filthy ground with all those people on it.
I promise you, you've seen nothing like this before.
It's not 100% flit-eyed yet.
Yep, not completely. As I'm weaving in and out of the group, I'm doing the whole picking pockets and whatnot. So I rolled a 19, and I have a plus 12. So
Is that
20.
all?
Yeah, I know, right?
I know. Such a bad 31 roll. Yeah, so you're able to scoop up little bits and bobs here and there. You get several room keys. You get probably through it. You get probably about 30 platinum.
30 platinum.
And you find a ring with a diamond on it.
Diamond ring. Okay.
Just ruined someone's engagement, dude.
Yep.
Do we get back to the ship?
So yeah, you're able to make your way through. No one seems to really notice. Flit with such light hands and everything is kind of making her way through, bumping into people here and there, but only to do so to alleviate them of some of their excess goods. It is a very wealthy area, and thus the good finds.
Do I need to make a
Anyone
stealth
else?
roll? Or just sleight of hand and take care of that?
Oh, yeah. Sleight of hand was fine. That was to see how well you could pull them.
Okay. Because, I mean, if the party's paying attention and actually seeing her do that, it's almost like she does it out of just, subconsciously.
I don't know we pay attention to you anymore.
I mean, you're welcome to see if you spot DC 31 perception check.
I'm trying to make way for the bear and the goods strapped to him.
Yeah, it's not super tough to make way for the bear. Most people tend to kind of part as it is, but yeah, like you're leading the way, and the few that may have been paying attention to something or staring at a shop, once they notice what you're trying to get them out of the way for, they part and they leave plenty of room for the bear. And though some have looks of surprise, it's probably not as bad as you thought it would have been. Because people who tend to frequent this place see all sorts of weird things.
I normally have a construct for these things.
I think the bear does it in style.
Anyone have anything they wanted to do at the shops, or are we all heading back to the ship?
I'm ready to go to the ship.
Yep, same.
I'm good.
And then there's another day or so that obviously, because Flit bought stuff that needs you to remain at least till the end of the day. So if there's anything, think of it and let me know. Did you guys make your way out of the Arkosian? Did Theo already have everything prepped now, knowing that people were going to come back, or did he need to return to his rooms? Or
No, he had all of his. If he was staying right there, I think he had all of his stuff in his rooms. He lives light, so yeah, I think he was ready to hit the road.
all right, perfect. So they lead you out of the Arkosian and down a series of like switchback staircases that lead down about halfway down the island. And there you spot a ship. It's clean. It's small compared to like the ship that your crew used, which was probably at least twice the size of this ship. But you definitely spot that it is sturdy. There's like a ballista strapped onto the front. And it doesn't quite look like it was designed to have the ballista there, but it seems to fit well enough, and everything else seems fine. You see there's a kind of girl who is relaxing on board the ship, and she's reading, like she has a book out, and she's reading the book, sitting back in a chair with her feet up on the railing. Yeah, serene. And other than that, you can kind of see like a mechanical, almost dog-looking creature that is laying kind of nearby her, somewhere on deck, who kind of perks up and looks and spots several of them and will settle back down. Other than that, the deck is fairly bare. The sail's been brought down. Yeah. What would you guys like to do?
Flint immediately runs over to Serene. Serene, I got your present.
Really? Would you find me? I hope it
Yes.
wasn't too expensive.
Oh, no worries. Here you go. Oh, and I want you to meet somebody.
Wow. She's like holding it up, and she's like staring in amazement. This is wow. I've never seen anything like this.
Okay, you can put it on later. I want you to meet someone.
Oh, okay. A new
This is-
one.
This is officially our new crewmate.
Oh,
Hello. The name's Theo. It's a pleasure to meet you.
Pleasure, Theo. I'm Serene. I honestly, I haven't been with him that long, but it feels like I've been here for ages. Yeah. Welcome aboard. The
He
Sweet
fits all the
Revenge.
criteria.
Does he?
Yes.
He's fine with almost dying.
Yep.
Okay. I've only died a few times, or almost died. She calls it dying. I mean, I was knocked out, bleeding, and getting close to dying a couple times, but
Yes.
that's it.
It's not fun.
Oh, a good fight.
Plenty.
Sure. Yeah. They seem to get into all sorts of trouble. I'm not quite as used to that as the rest are. But Sal's still below sleeping, actually, for a change.
Wow. Amazing.
Yes.
So
He's so cute when he sleeps.
don't wake him up.
He's finally not grumpy.
Oh, and this is Carboni.
The
Hello.
mechanical dog kind of looks up at you.
Good
kind of
mascot.
nuzzle you a little bit.
Good to meet you. And he kind of like tries to pet him, but it's just hard, cold metal, I guess. So he's sort of just patting him on the top of the head. Thunk, 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 thunk.
You hear kind of like a gears grinding sort of thing as he kind of like rubs back against your hand. More like instinctually, not like it matters much to him, but he's noticed that people seem to like to pet.
Serene, where's Skippy at?
Oh, Skippy. There's a bar at the end of the dock, a few doors down.
Mm-hmm.
He said he'd be there. And if he wasn't there, he'd find one of the places where the girls are.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I told him he probably shouldn't. The Flit wouldn't be happy, but he put on his nice duds and he felt he needed to show it off.
Well, we'll see what happens tonight. He may not be with us tomorrow.
Oh, okay. Like I said, I tried to warn him.
It's all right. You did your job. That's all that matters. So, there you met everybody. Welcome aboard. Oh, I guess we need to show you where you're staying.
Yes, that would be helpful. I have a few things I'd like to put down.
Okay. And Flit runs on off.
So down below, you'd see it's not a huge ship, but there are a few like cabins that are designed and they're barely more than cells. Like there's cots, basically cots with like a chest at the end of them. And then there's also an area where there's like a few hammocks that are kind of like hung below. There's piles of boxes strapped in like the floor area of it, but there would be enough cabins that each of you would be able to have claimed one. So whoever, whether it's Flit or one of the other guys, can show you one of the empty cabins aboard. And there's like a key that's sticking in the chest already, like it's just sitting there waiting for you.
Like the first day of high school, to set your locker.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so he would mostly be putting his things down. Probably had to take 2 trips, one back up to the deck to get the things off of the healer or the bear. But he'd be mostly filling up the place with that. He has his own hammock that he'd pull out, and on fair weather he tends to sleep on the deck, but he'd kind of get his things set up as best he can. And then probably reemerge after making his room a home.
Perfect. I think that's probably a good place. Let's go ahead and wrap it up for the night. Thank you, everyone, for joining me. Thank you for being patient, everyone, as we had to jump back and forth between a couple of people, trying not to make it too long at any interval. But thank you for joining us, Rory. We're excited to have another player, another one with some good role-playing skills that can join the party.
I'm excited. Airships are always fun.
Yeah, it seems to be a theme with us. So I'm looking forward to exploring more of the Shattered Lands with you guys. We will be back in 2 weeks, hopefully. It should be Tuesday, the 29th at 6 p.m. Eastern-ish here on Twitch, and then shortly to be posted on YouTube afterwards. So thanks, everyone, for tuning in, and thank you, everyone, for joining me in the game, and have a good night.